I'm joined today by Ministers Anand, LeBlanc, Leboutillier, Hutchins, and Fraser. We're here to provide an update on what we are doing to support people and provincial governments in the wake of Hurricane Fiona. As you know, the storm has passed, but thousands of homes are still experiencing power outages, and the scale of the damage means that people are still facing a tough time. Many parts of Nova Scotia and PEI, as well as southwestern Newfoundland, continue to experience the effects and damage left by the winds and coastal flooding. There's
also damage, flooding, and strong winds in the Gulf of St. Lawrence, including at the Île de la Madeleine and in eastern New Brunswick. There will be a lot of work ahead in the coming days and months to clean up and rebuild, but I know that Canadians will be there for each other as always.
I want to offer my condolences to the loved ones of the woman who lost her life in Port aux Basques and to the loved ones of the person who passed away in Prince Edward Island. Canadians are thinking of you in these difficult times. Our thoughts are also with people who've lost homes or businesses, people who've been evacuated and aren't sure when they're going to be able to get home, people who are having difficulty accessing services and support due to road washouts and debris, and people with young kids who won't be going to school today. I want, of course, to thank first responders for their incredible work this weekend and the work they continue to do, as well as thanking Atlantic Canadians who, as always, are being good neighbors to one another, looking out for each other, because that's what Atlantic Canadians do. That's what all Canadians do. C'est traumatisant.
It's traumatizing to see your home destroyed or to have to be evacuated in an emergency. It's very hard. I can tell you everyone on the ground is working hard to help affected communities. Yesterday, again, we got together with the Emergency Incident Response Group. Ministers and other senior officials are working closely with their provincial counterparts and First Nations. I also spoke with the Mayor of Charlottetown, Port aux Basques, and the Regional Municipality of Cape Breton. I also, of course, spoke with our local MPs who are there on the ground with their constituents.
Approved requests for federal assistance from provinces. In Nova Scotia, the Canadian Armed Forces are available to clear road links and to restore electricity. On PEI, some smaller communities are isolated and tens of thousands remain without power. The Canadian Armed Forces have arrived to help remove debris from roadways and assist in the restoration of the power grid. In Newfoundland and Labrador, the federal government is helping by providing detailed aerial imagery and mapping of damages. We're also deploying military personnel to support local authorities on the ground, and naval vessels and aircraft are also on high readiness to assist if necessary. The one thing that's been consistent in my calls to premiers, mayors, and MPs is that Canadians are stepping up for each other and helping their communities get through this tough time. I will be visiting the affected regions as soon as possible this week, and I want all people in the Atlantic provinces and Eastern Quebec to know that we are here for you. Justement cet été,
in fact, this summer, I had the opportunity to travel through Atlantic Canada to speak with people and hear about the issues they care about, and especially I went to the Île de la Madeleine a month ago. It's a beautiful place. The people who live there are very welcoming. They are always there for each other, and I know they're used to storms, but this one was on a different scale, and we will keep on being there to support them as we will support everyone in that area. I can tell you that we will keep on being there, not just in the days to come, but in the weeks, months, and if need be, in the years to come as well. As we announced on Saturday, those who want to help can go to the Canadian Red Cross website to make a donation, and our government is going to match donations made over the next 30 days.
Donate on the Canadian Red Cross website, and our government will match your donations over the next 30 days. I know Canadians are watching with consternation, either the images that they've seen or, like so many Canadians, having friends and family members in Atlantic Canada that we've been worried about. It's an opportunity to step up and give what we can to support people on the ground. Like I said, the government will match those donations to the Red Cross.